Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk to you guys about how having a lot of money can solve most of your problems in life. So there's this weird idea out here that, and typically it comes from broke people. It comes from people who don't understand work ethic, who don't understand saving, investing, that money is somehow bad or like trying to earn a lot of money, trying to make a lot of money is somehow seen as something that's like evil, right? And I want to kind of shed some light on money because, money can be used in two different ways, right? Like most of the time money can be like, if not properly understood, can be chased for the thrill or the dopamine hit of seeing like extra money come in. Like, how people who play lotto, right? Like it's more like, okay, would you say that most people who play lotto are in it to, like, of course they want to win $1 million, but do you think most of them probably realize, damn, I'm probably not going to win $1 million or $1 billion, but I like the thrill of seeing money come in, right? Or of the anticipation of getting a reward, whether it's like, and it's the unknown too. It's like, oh, I could win it, even though the statistical likelihood is low. People still like that thrill, right? So there's two ways to go about money. There's the fool's way of going about money, where you're just chasing it for its own sake, which is not good, right? Because money is a tool to experience life in its fullest sense, right? So coming from that understanding, when you realize, okay, money is the tool by which I experience life to its fullest degree, then you don't chase money for just its own sake or just for the thrill of seeing bigger numbers. You chase it, or you pursue it for the sake of setting up your life in a way that fulfills you, that makes your life quality the best it could be, right? So let's talk about some things that money can help you solve, right? Because I think most people don't actually dissect like what are some examples of like, okay, like how can this help me? Well, I'm going to start off with one thing. Your health is your greatest wealth. I don't give a shit what anybody says. I don't care what, any financial guru or anyone says. Your health is more important than your money, right? But listen, if you have enough money, what could you do that could increase your health, that could better your health, right? You could do a bunch of things, right? First off, you could afford better food, right? Most people can't even afford to buy healthy food, right? Most people are stuck buying processed food, chips, candies, cookies, burgers, pizzas, frozen shit like that, right? Even at the grocery store, right? Most people are unable to afford high quality nutrition for their life. So with that being said, right, your health is how to the degree you're healthy is to the degree you're conscious, and to the degree you're conscious is to the degree you're healthy. So if you're not healthy, right, your quality of the day-to-day experience in your life, your energy levels, your mental health, right, your neurotransmitters, all of that is not completely, but mostly compromised. And that's why you're sick. That's why you have low energy. That's why you can't experience life to its fullest, right? Because your health sucks. So money can actually enhance your health, right? And as a result of you having enhanced health, you get more money, because everything is energy in life, right? The person who has the most energy typically wins in career, typically wins in business, typically wins in most instances, in most cases in life. So that's something that money can definitely afford you. Number two is money can help you pay off debt. Money can help you pay off expenses that you don't want to have. Money can help you invest so that you have more of it coming in without any effort. And as a result, what does that do? That frees you up. That frees you up to have what? Time, right? Because there's two things. I talked about health as being most important, and it is. I would argue the second thing, or arguably the first thing, is time, right? Like if you don't have time because you're working so much, or because you didn't invest, because you didn't start that business that you wanted, right? Then you don't have shit in life. You're a slave to someone else by default because you didn't invest your money properly. You didn't take the time to make money so that you could invest, so that you could buy your time back, so that you can experience whatever you want to experience, right? So with that understanding and with that knowledge, you can then go ahead and pursue whatever you like, right? Maybe it's you just want more free time. Maybe you want to pursue more hobbies, right? But at the end of the day, or maybe you just want to relax. Maybe you just don't want to have to wake up at 4 or 5 a.m. to go to work to deal with shit you don't want to deal with, right? So being able to like pay off your debts or pay off a mortgage or even invest your money into assets that pay you back is going to be absolutely paramount. And again, it gives you time, and time is your biggest asset, because without time, you can't do shit. You can't move anywhere. You can't even think, right? Most people are in survival mode, right? Think of everyone in society nowadays who lives paycheck to paycheck, who has to rely on food stamps, who has to rely on government assistance, right? And again, I'm not saying that there's not cases where government assistance isn't required, right? Of course. But people who struggle, right? Like they don't have time, and that sucks, right? Like you can see it on their face. They're like miserable. They're like, they know like, damn, I'm a slave. I don't have any time. I can't even experience life to its fullest degree. I can't afford anything, right? And that sucks, right? Your time and your freedom is the biggest asset you have in life, alongside your health, right? So that's what money can do. And again, I mean, most people don't talk about this. Your teachers don't talk to you about this stuff. Like even your parents, like, you know, they don't talk to you about how your money can free you up in so many ways. But it's crucial to really conceptualize what I'm saying and take it seriously, right? And then another thing is, you know, if you have kids, like you can provide for your kids. You can homeschool your kids if that's what you want to do, right? You can protect them from corrupt school systems that don't teach them shit, that infect their mind with shitty ideas. You can put them, whether you want to homeschool them, whether you want to put them in a private school, you can afford to do things that protect your kids from people and ideas that you don't want them to be associated with, right? Like when I have children in a few years, I'm going to be honest, I don't want them going to public schools, right? I mean, sure, they might have to go for a few years, right? But at the end of the day, like, I want to protect my kids' ideas. I want to be the teacher. I want to be the leader. I want to, and you know, going on a rant here, but parents are often now replaced by the government, replaced by the school system, replaced by social media. But back in the day, your parents were your actual like mentors, your teachers, the people who were supposed to lead you to success. Now, again, it's the schools, it's the social media, it's the news, it's everyone outside of your family, which is the problem, right? Because if you have a weak family unit, right? If you have a family unit that's plagued by financial burdens, by poverty, by vices, by addictions, then by default, someone else is leading your children, right? And usually it's down a cliff. Usually it's with ideas that are not conducive to life, that are not conducive to health, to wealth, to happiness, right? And it's usually the opposite. It's despair, it's sickness, it's slavery, right? So with that being said, I really want you guys to just understand what I'm saying and take money seriously. Like if you're a young adult, man or woman, like this applies to both, right? Take your money seriously, right? Start that business that you think can take off. Start moving up in your career. Start learning new skills. Like, dude, there's so much. We're in America. This is a great country, right? And any part of the Western world, like there's so much opportunity. And I think that most people, if they really desire to get out there and go get it, they can. I work 7 days a week, guys. I don't take days off, right? And I'm not sitting here trying to flex or trying to say I'm better than you or better than anyone else, but I want to really just come forth and say, like, money is important and money will buy you the quality of life that you want to experience. So don't take it lightly. Don't ignore it. Don't sit here and listen to people who tell you that money isn't important, that money is a waste of your time. Go out, chase money, right? Invest, do the things that, you know, are conducive to a better life. And as a result, your life will be better, point blank period, because you understood the value of what money can do for you, right? And I think that's really the big picture here in this video. So anyways, guys, that's it. That's all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe. If you guys have any questions, comments, feel free to leave them down below. And as always, I will talk to you guys soon. Peace.